Hi, welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2013 Week 12 recap of the MeKa Conference. I'm Dale Ross.
No, I'm the pet man, Matt Morrow.
And Matt, we'll just take a quick look at the MeKa. Everything's finished, and Mallard Creek, of course, 7-0, won conference. Any surprise?
No, not really.
No surprise here. Huff, 6-1, finished second in the conference. I don't think any surprise there. Huff played them the closest throughout the season, 17 points, playing Mallard Creek. The surprise to me was that Hopewell finished third.
Yeah, in preseason I predicted them fourth behind Vance, I believe. But yeah, the way they've been playing ball and really coming on at the right time of the year is doing a very, very good thing for them heading into the playoffs here this week with a tough game.
Yeah, so I think I had picked Vance and A.L. Brown ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Vance would finish a little higher than they did, but Hopewell, 5-2 and 6-5 overall, really turned their season around, especially after seeing them at that scrimmage, and then I had an opportunity to see them somewhere around like week 5, something like that, 4 or 5. Then of course A.L. Brown finished fourth. Hopewell beating them last week to earn that third spot in the conference.
Right.
Vance, North Mecklenburg, Robinson, and a real shock to me, and as long as I've been around, as long as I can remember, West Charlotte has never finished a season defeated, meaning no wins in the season.
Yeah, I saw somewhere where I think it was Langston on his Sunday post he does about high school football.
Mm-hmm.
He said they went 0-9 in 1968, and that's the last time they had a no-win season.
Okay, so I was 8 years old, and I didn't start following high school football probably till I was 12 years, I think. Probably that was the first time when I started going to Harding football games.
Right.
In 1972, so I don't remember that.
I wasn't around.
Yeah. So certainly in my time frame of when I started following or went to my first high school games that I remember, when I was playing Pop Warner ball, so that was back about the 12-year-old age.
Mm-hmm.
West Charlotte was always a team that you heard about doing well.
Right.
So that's a real shocker. 0-11. As far as playoffs are concerned, we had a number of teams make it.
Yeah.
Mallard Creek, Huff, Hopewell, A.L. Brown, Vance.
5 teams out of the conference. A good year for the MeKa. And of course, we got many videos coming up.
Oh yes, exactly.
Breaking down these matchups. But for the teams that didn't make it, North Mech, I think they still got a good future ahead of them with Coach Baker. Their JV has shown some talent, and they started out pretty well, but then they kind of ran into a rough patch, and
Right.
they just barely missed out with the 4 wins. Robinson, they beat West Charlotte in that last game, and I read the article, and their coach wants to use that as a springboard going into off-season workouts, and they could be a little better next year because they're very young and didn't have a lot of numbers. And then West Charlotte, what can you say? You go 0-11 there, and I know you posted on the site the downward trend of the past couple seasons.
Right.
And Coach Surratt is a really nice guy. He's I know he's been kind to you on the sidelines.
Yep.
But when you got a school with that kind of tradition and the kind of expectations they have over there, you hate to say it, but there may be some changes made in the offseason.
Well, he's a coach. He's
and I'm sure he would understand and hold himself accountable.
Exactly. I mean, he's a coach. He's got to understand that 5 wins in the last 3 years, going completely defeated this season. That It's definitely and of course at a place like West Charlotte that has,
Right.
you know, I remember back when Gilchrist was at West Charlotte, and my son, his senior year, they beat West Charlotte, and it was just the biggest thing in the world because that was the first time Olympic had beat West Charlotte in 25 years.
Exactly.
You know, and now we've had several of those occur now, first times, you know, in so many years. And, you know, then they were talking about cutting Gilchrist's head off, and I think he finished 6-5 that year. I can't.
Well, they take that in a heartbeat, right?
Exactly. I can't remember. 2 years later, he took them to the state championship. So, you know, they have in the past held their coaches very accountable, and I would have to imagine that they'll do the same here.
Yeah.
But they've let it go on for a long time. So, no disrespect to you, Coach, if you do happen to watch this. It's a place they have expected to win, and the winning's not happening. And we understand some of the situations of having to get kids qualified and, you know, on the field is a very difficult thing, but you know, it's something that has to be worked through. So.
Right. And we didn't mean to talk that long about West Charlotte,
Right.
but it just kind of happened. So.
It's exactly, you know, obviously there were no real surprises other than Hopewell and West Charlotte going completely defeated. I really thought they'd beat Robinson, but
Yeah.
okay. Well, congratulations to Robinson. You do have a something to take into the off-season workouts and something to look forward to next year. You know, north of Mecklenburg, you need to, you know, you guys need to work hard to get yourself to where you're looking at playoffs next year.
It's good. This is a good conference. You know, it's not easy to win here.
Right.
And I tell you, teams that are down at the bottom, man, you just got to strap your big boy pads on and go
That's
to work.
right. It ain't gonna get any easier.
Yeah.
You gotta make it. You gotta make it where you can play tough too. Well, thanks, and we'll be having game breakdowns of the all the teams that did make the playoffs. Thank you.